So do you also want to automatically generate invoices in your QuickBooks account? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand how to create QuickBooks Invoice on Gravity Form submission. So I have created an inquiry form using Gravity Forms, and here my objective is, as soon as I'm going to enter a customer inquiry in my form, then automatically using all the details, a new invoice should be generated in my QuickBooks account for the same. So now here to automate the entire process, I need to connect my Gravity Forms with my QuickBooks account using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So to see the working of this automation and to learn this process step by step, let me take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll show you how to automatically create a QuickBook invoice whenever a Gravity Form submission is made. So this automation will save you time, eliminate manual data entry, and ensure accurate invoicing for every submission. So whether you are selling courses, service, or products, this integration will streamline your workflow. So as you already know that I receive a customer inquiry for my courses, and I manually add their details into a Gravity form to keep a track of enrollments. So instead of manually creating an invoice for each student, I want to automate the process so that as soon as I enter the details in a form, a QuickBooks invoice is generated instantly. This saves me time, ensures accuracy, and keep my accounting organized. Plus, it allows me to quickly send invoices to students without any extra effort, making the enrollment process smooth and professional. So here I've already built an automation where I've connected my Gravity Forms with my QuickBooks account using an automation software. And now firstly, here in this video, we are going to see the working of this automation to understand the entire process more clearly. Okay, so now here to see the working of this automation, what we are going to do is that we are going to make a form submission using this Gravity form. And here my objective is, as soon as I'm going to submit this form, then automatically using all the details, a new invoice should be generated in my QuickBooks account. So now here we are going to submit this form. So here before moving forward, you can see the details that I've already pre-filled over here with the first name, last name, email, phone number, item name, and the price. So these are the details, and now I'm going to click on this submit. And here you can see we have successfully submitted a form over here. So now let's go and check our QuickBooks account. Here I'm going to check the customers first. And here you can see we have successfully created a new customer over here with the name test user, a random phone number, and the currency as INR, and the open balance as 799. So here you can see that we have successfully created a customer. So now let's go and check the invoice that should be generated. So here I'm going to click on this pledges. And here you can see we have successfully generated a new invoice with the name test user over here. So I'm going to open it for you. And here you can see the invoice that has been generated over here with the product service. Here you can see the description. Here you can see the quantity, rate, and the final amount. So here you can see the subtotal over here. That means we have successfully generated a new invoice for the new inquiry received through our Gravity Forms. So with this, we have successfully seen the working of this automation. Now here in this video, we are going to learn step by step that how you can set up this entire automation by simply connecting your Gravity Forms with your QuickBooks account using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software, and it connects all your favorite apps and makes them work together seamlessly. You can set it up to do things automatically like updating customer info across platforms or sending notifications when something important happens. It's really easy to use and saves you tons of time that you can spend on more important stuff. So here on my screen you can see Pabbly Connect's homepage, and you can visit it by simply browsing for the URL pabbly.com/connect/ina/ in your browsers. And here you can see two options that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get free 100 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. Now after signing in, here you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. Now this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and here to build my connection, I need to create a workflow first. So for that, here I'm going to click on this create workflow button given on the top right corner. Now here in this create workflow dialog box, I have to give a name to my workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as create QuickBooks Invoice on Gravity Form Submission. And now here after giving a name to my workflow, it is asking me to select the folder. So here in the left side corner of this dashboard, you can see a folder section under which you can see I've created a multiple folders with different names to save my workflows accordingly. So here in this particular case, I'm going to select my folder as automations. You can select the folder as per your need. Also, you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now here to learn how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect, you have to click on this learn more hyperlink given over here. And by clicking on this, it will take you to a forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect. So now moving back to my Pabbly's dashboard, and here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create button given over here. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow, and here on my screen you can see the two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin our automation by simply setting up a trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger application as Gravity Forms, as I'm submitting form submissions through Gravity Forms. So Gravity Forms is a WordPress plugin that lets you create customizable forms for your website. So now here in my Gravity Forms trigger step, I'm going to select my trigger event as new response, so that whenever I'm going to receive new response through my Gravity Forms, then automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response, or you can say automatically this entire workflow is going to get triggered. Okay, so now here after selecting my trigger event, you can see I've received a webhook URL. That means here I'm going to use this webhook URL to connect my Gravity Forms with Pabbly Connect. So here following the instructions given below, firstly I'm going to copy this webhook URL, and here I've already logged in my WordPress account. And as you all know that Gravity Forms is a plugin of WordPress. So here I've already installed the plugin, and here under forms you can see all the forms that I've created using Gravity Forms till now. So here in this particular case, I'm going to use my form which is named as invoice form. And here under invoice form, you can see the form fields over here. And from here, I'm going to click on the settings given on the top. And here under settings, I'm going to select webhooks option given over here. And here under webhooks, you can see we have received the webhook feeds over here. So I'm going to add a new webhook by clicking on this add new button. And then here it is asking me to give a name to my webhook. So here I'm going to give the name as new submission. And then I'm going to scroll a little down. And here for the request URL, I'm going to enter the webhook URL that we have received in our Pabbly's workflow. And then here for the request method, I'm going to select post only and the request format as JSON. Scrolling a little down. Here I'm going to select request body as all fields. And then I'm going to click on the save settings. And with this, we have successfully set up a webhook inside our Gravity Forms, or you can say we have successfully connected our Gravity Forms with Pabbly Connect. So now here you can see as it is waiting for webhook response. That means here to receive a webhook response, we need to do a test submission. And to do a test submission, we need to generate a test response in our Gravity Forms. So for that, let me take you back to my form. So this is my form. Here I'm going to refresh it. And here in my form, I'm going to enter some dummy data and do a test submission. So here, let's suppose that for the first name, I'm going to enter the name as demo, last name as user, email as demouser@pabblytudes.com. Here, I'm going to enter a random phone number. Here for the item name, I'm going to enter my course name, that is PHP course. And then here for the price, I'm going to enter the price as 799. And now here, after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the submit. And here you can see we have successfully submitted a form over here. So now let's go and check our Pabbly's workflow. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received the price. Here you can see the item name. Here you can see the phone number. Here you can see the email address and some other details as well. So with this, we have successfully set up our trigger over here. So once we have received new response to our Gravity Forms, then automatically I want to generate an invoice for that customer in my QuickBooks account. So now here, before generating the invoice, I need to create that person as a new customer in my QuickBooks account to generate the invoice. So now here, to create a new customer in my QuickBooks account, I need to connect my QuickBooks with Pabbly Connect in this action step given over here. So here in this action step, I'm going to select my action application as QuickBooks. So QuickBooks Online is a cloud-based accounting software that helps businesses manage their finances easily. So here in my QuickBooks Online action step, I'm going to select my action event as create a customer, so that whenever I'm going to receive new response through Gravity Forms, then automatically the person is going to be created as a customer in my QuickBooks Online account first. So now here to connect my QuickBooks Online with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your QuickBooks Online account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this connect with QuickBooks Online. And authorization successful. So here it easily got connected because here I was already logged in my QuickBooks Online account. So to build an easy connection, make sure you're already logged in your application. So here you can see I've already been connected over here. So moving forward, and then here it is asking me to enter the display name. So here for the display name, I need to enter my customer name. So now here instead of entering the details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I'm going to map the data from the response that I've received in my trigger step. Mapping makes a text dynamic so that whenever we are going to receive new response through our Gravity Forms, then automatically this previously existing detail will be updated with the new one. So here for the display name, I'm going to search for my customer name. So here I'm going to search for it. So this is the first name of my customer. So I'm going to map it first, and then I'm going to enter a space, and then I'm going to search for the last name. So this is the last name. So now moving forward, and then here it is asking me for the given name or the first name. So in this particular field, I need to enter the first name only. So I'm going to search for the first name. So this is my customer's first name. Moving forward, here this middle name is not a required field, so I'm going to leave it blank. And here for the last name, I'm going to search for the last name. Moving forward, again these fields are not a required field, so I'm going to leave it blank. And here for the phone number, I'm going to map the phone number. Moving forward, again these fields are not a required fields, and I'm going to leave them blank. But if you want to add any other detail, then you can do it as per your need. And now here for the email address, I'm going to map my customer's email address. So this is the customer's email address. Moving forward, here for GST registration type, I'm going to select GST registered regular only. Scrolling little down, again these fields are not a required field, so here I'm going to leave all of them blank. And now here it is asking me to enter the currency. So here in this currency field, I need to enter my country currency code. So here I'm going to enter my country currency code as INR over here, and you have to add the code as per your need. But here before entering the currency, make sure that the multi-currency feature is enabled in your QuickBooks Online account. Then only this currency will work. Scrolling a little down, and again these fields are not a required field, and now you have to enter all the required details. I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here. And here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully created a new customer in our QuickBooks Online account for the new response received through our Gravity Forms. So now let's go and check our QuickBooks account. Here I'm going to select customers. And here you can see we have successfully created a new customer over here with the name demo user. Here you can see the phone number, currency, and the open balance as 0 over here till now. So with this, we have successfully set up this action step as well. So now after creating a new customer in our QuickBooks Online account, I want to generate an invoice for this customer in my QuickBooks Online account. So for that, I need to add another action step over here. And here in this action step, I'm going to select action application as QuickBooks Online again. So this is my application. And now this time I'm going to select my action event as create an invoice, so that after creating a customer, automatically an invoice for that customer should be created in my QuickBooks Online account. And now here to connect my QuickBooks Online with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect again. And as I've already connected my QuickBooks Online account with Pabbly Connect in my previous action step, so here I'm going to select my existing connection, and then here I'm going to click on the save given over here. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here it is asking me to select the customers. So here it says choose a customer or map the existing customer ID. So now here, instead of selecting the customer from here, I'm going to map the customer ID. So now here to map the customer ID, what we are going to do is that we are going to turn on this map button from here, and then we are going to remove this customer ID over here. And now from here, I'm going to map the customer ID from the response that I've received in my previous action step. So here you can see we have received the customer ID over here. So this is our customer ID. So I'm going to map it over here. And now here after mapping the customer ID, I'm going to scroll it a little down, and then here it is asking me for the email. So again here I'm going to map my customer's email. Moving forward, here these fields are not a required field, so here I'm going to leave all of them blank. But if you want to add any detail, then you can do it as per your need. And here for the sales term, I'm going to refresh the field first. And now here for the sales term, I'm going to select due on receipt. Here for the deposit too, I'm going to select accounts payable, that is AP over here, scrolling little down. Again, these fields are not a required field, so here I'm going to leave all of them blank. And here it is asking me for the line item detail type. So for that, I'm going to select sales item line detail. And then here it is asking me for the line item description. So here in this particular field, I'm going to map the product name. So here for the product name, I'm going to map the product name from the response that I've received in my trigger step. So this is my product name, scrolling little down, and then here it is asking me for the quantity. So as here I'm selling the course, so here I'm going to enter the quantity as one only, because the person can enroll single time in a particular course. So here for the quantity, I'm going to enter the 1 as a static value. So I'm going to scroll it a little down, and then here it is asking me for the unit price. So here I'm going to map the price. Moving forward, and then here it is asking me for the line item, product or service. So for that, I'm going to select sales, because I guess my product comes in sales. So I'm going to scroll a little down, and here you can see the tax code. So for that, I'm going to select tax, and then here it is asking me for the amount again. So here I'm going to map the amount. Moving forward, again these fields are not a required field, so here I'm going to leave all of them blank. And now here after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here. And here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully generated a new invoice for the new response through our Gravity forms. So now let's go and check it. Here I'm going to click on this pledges. And here under this pledges, you can see we have successfully generated a new invoice for the customer named as demo user. So let me open it for you. And here you can see we have successfully generated an invoice with the name, product. Here you can see the description. Here you can see the quantity. Here you can see the rate and the amount over here. And here you can see the subtotal. So with this, we have successfully set up the entire automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken our trigger as Gravity Forms and our action as QuickBooks Online twice. So that whenever we are going to receive new response through our Gravity Forms, then automatically using all the details, a new customer is going to be created in our QuickBooks Online account first, and after creating a customer, then automatically an invoice will be generated for the same customer in our QuickBooks Online account. Okay, so these were the steps to how to create QuickBooks Invoice on Gravity Form Submission. I hope these steps were clear to you. Now if you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. So now if you have any doubt, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any query, then you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can simply visit our website, that is www.pabbly.com. So now if you liked our video, then please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.